What's up, Anchor family, man? How y'all doing, man? On this Saturday, man, we got some good weather out there. I say it's some pretty fair weather out there. It's not too cold, like it's about to rain. I believe it is, but I just decided to just come on and just share some thoughts with you. Like, people really think that I don't go through things, but I have went through some things. Like, before I moved into the apartment where I'm in now, my studio apartment, I went through some things. Like, it was, I don't say it was a struggle, but it was some things I had to go through or went through that led up to the moment of me moving into the place I'm in now. I'm just gonna share a little bit of it. So I'm gonna title this Real Talk, the backdrop of me getting my apartment. A lot of people don't know this, so I'm sharing it with you that when I first relocated to a part of Texas 5 months ago, maybe 6 months ago, when I pulled up in my SUV, I pulled up at a park. I hopped on the phone. I did like several applications. Like, I was looking for a job. That's on my mindset, to look for a job. So the job I'm at now, that's the only job that I've been at since I've been in Texas. Because I started as a temp. So looking for a job. Well, let me not say that. I don't say that was my only job. That was like the second job I had. Because the first job I had, it was at this place called Torcos that basically they make the shingles for roofs. And that job, it was hot in there. Like, it was the work was easy. It's just too hot, and my blood pressure kept going up and down. So I did what I did. Now the job I'm at now, I love it. But when I first pulled up to the Port of Texas 6 months ago, I did like 100 applications on the Indeed app. So I was like, that's what I got to do. But when the job I'm at now, a lot of people know when I first started there, I was actually at a rest stop, sleeping at a rest stop, getting up, going to work, grinding from out of my SUV, going to wash up at rest stops. That's all I got to do. And come to think about, during the time when I first got to the part of Texas, I was with my ex-wife. So it is what it is. But now I'm just speaking on me. But yeah, I did 100 applications, found the job, just grinding from my SUV. Then I started having enough money to get rooms in the hotel. So I started getting, sorry about that. So I started making enough money to start getting hotels. So I started getting the rooms. Like, basically, I'm paying weekly, and I was paying like maybe almost $400 a week. But I'm thinking, like, I'm saying in my head, I'm paying this much this week, but this how much I'm really making. I'm not gonna say how much I'm making, but I was making a certain amount, and I had to keep gas in my SUV. I had to pay my phone bill. Had to buy food until I started going to pantries and shelters. So I started going to pantries to get food. I had to start buying food. They denied me for my food stuff because I was like, I was making too much. I'm not ashamed of what I go through. Like, I love sharing what I'm going through because I'm sharing this message that you know. There's hope out here, no matter what you go through, no matter how the situation is, no matter what it might seem. There's hope out here. You can go through anything. As long as you change the way you think, you can go through anything. So I just started making enough. So I just started making enough to start getting the room. So I started getting the room, paying weekly. But I'm thinking, like, damn, I'm giving y'all all this money. I gotta keep gas money for me to get around. I gotta buy food. Gotta keep my phone bill paid. So I checked kind of got hard, got behind on the payments in the hotel. So I kind of checked myself out the hotel and started back sleeping in my SUV / shelters. I started going to a shelter. A few shelters I heard. One of them was called, I forgot the name. I'm not gonna put it out there just for disclaimer's purpose. I'm not trying to, but the whole vibe when I got in there, it was not my cup of tea. Like, I went in there a couple times just to take a shower, just to get a warm meal, but it wasn't really like my cup of tea. It wasn't really my cup of tea. Like, it felt like the beds we be sleeping on. Like, I don't know if any of y'all seen the movie Major Payne when he took them out the dorms and told them they gotta start sleeping in the little bunker. It was like the Major Payne beds. Like, it was hard, uncomfortable. But I used to be just so tired from working and doing this, so it was just like I just really needed to go there to sleep. But I started sensing the enmity towards people, how looking at me like, why are they looking at me like, basically judging me like, you got a nice car, you keep yourself up. Why are you really in here? You don't really need to be here. Basically, they judge me. Basically, so I really started back sleeping in my SUV. They started judging me, so I started sleeping in my SUV because I know the old me will. I'm not trying to bring the old me up, so I was like, I'm gonna start back sleeping in my SUV, and that's what I started doing. Like, I started going to a rest stop, 24-hour rest stop. I go in there, take me a shower, go back in my SUV, watch a movie on my phone. So I gotta go to work, and that's what I did. Cause I was in a hotel. Like I was in a hotel for like a few months. Then the payments were getting so high because, like I said, I had to do other stuff. So went back to my hotel. I went back to my SUV. Went to a shelter, and then I went back to my SUV. Fast forward, I'm in my SUV at the truck stops. The co-workers, they know who I am. Like, they showed me love. I ain't giving no hard time. They ain't giving me no hard time because they knew that I was homeless or without a home. But I was doing that for a little bit. So one day, during the time I'm going through all this at these truck stops, me working, I'm looking for apartments. I'm calling people, leaving messages. I went and talked to a couple private landlords, but nothing just still wouldn't come through. But I ain't lose hope. I ain't give up. And it was cold nights I was in my SUV. I'm talking about cold nights. I'm sitting in my SUV. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I was sitting there smoking my weed, preparing myself for the next day of work. So a lot of people don't know that I was in my SUV grinding and still getting up going to a job where I'm at now. So one day, I just got on Facebook Marketplace, right? And I don't know if I put it like private landlord, but I just put something in on Facebook Marketplace. And the place I'm at now, I found it. It's like, I reached out to the landlord. We talked, had good energy. I came and looked at it. I was like, I'm very interested. Well, he was like, well, okay, since you're interested, he made the call. I ain't gonna lie, he made a call to a police officer. I had to do a background check. He made the call. The landlord was like, man, bro seemed cool. I wish I could move him in right now. But I had to go through a process. Went through the little process. I already had the paperwork I need because the job I'm at, I'm not going to say the H&R name, but I love her to the death. Like, every time I ask her, say if I need something, she always come through for me. So I needed like some employment verification letters, little paperwork. I had all my ducks in a row. So he was like, okay, well, you like it, you got to go down here tomorrow. I was like, bro, when I get off work, bro, I'm going to take care of that. Went down there, tired, took care of the paperwork. So day 3, I moved fast. Day 3, yeah, I did everything I had to do. Now it was the day for me to move in. But during the time, it was time for me to move in. They had like a toy giveaway, like they had like a Christmas drive. So me, I got patience. I'm sitting in the lobby while they doing their thing. I'm just sitting there. I let them know that I informed them that I was in the lobby. Then the officer, the one I had to meet with to do the paperwork, and had to talk to his secretary. Not gonna say her name, but she got a beautiful name. I did my paperwork, so I let them know what's going on. So I waited I waited for like an hour while they had their toy drive. And I got in this apartment. Like, I made my deposit money, because that's why I made the deposit money. That's the real reason why I started sleeping in my SUV, just so I can start saving money. But like, make a long story short, I had everything I need to move in here, and I can say that. That's why I titled this, the backdrop of getting my apartment, because a lot of people don't know the story of me getting this apartment, but I just shared it with you, because I want people to know, like, man, I went through it. I was going through it before I got here. So that's why I cherish it. I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful that I'm not sleeping in my car no more, or in these shelters that I know that don't really do it for the people. They just do it for a check, but I'm not going to speak on that. But I'm grateful, man. And I just want to say this message. My whole point of sharing this, the backdrop of my apartment, is just to encourage you, to inspire you, to let you know no matter what situation you go through, if you get up every day and just take that baby step towards what you gotta do, I guarantee you it's gonna get accomplished. Don't never give up. Don't lose hope. I don't care if you got people in your ear telling you to give up. Or do you hear them thoughts in your head telling you to give up? I'm telling you right now, don't give up. Please don't give up. Peace and blessings, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about this. And to be honest, like, y'all can inbox me on through Facebook Messenger. If you got something you want to hear me speak on or discuss, reach out to me. Alright, man, I rock with y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in always, man. But yeah, I had to title this the backdrop of my apartment. The backdrop of me getting to my apartment, because I need people to know that I went through some shit. Alright, I'm out. Peace and blessings.